Oh! Wait. Options. Let's go to audio. Who has subtitles somewhere? Let's begin then. Whoop whoop.
There are many tales of the land without sky, and it seemed to me as if my grandmother knew them all. Grandmother Drake. She always told me that in such a place no star of hope could shine, nor sun of life, nor moon of love, unless the people themselves became lights in the darkness. I remember there was one story I could never hear enough. It was the heroic tale of a very wise man who lived at the time of the Great Migration. The surface had been stricken with cataclysmic natural disasters, forcing people to leave their shattered lands for a dark and painful refuge beneath the sea. The man, known as MacGregor, was a visionary scientist and one of the last prophets on Earth. He probed the limits of scientific knowledge in a dozen fields, trying to discover the tantalizing secrets that remained. As I listened, I often imagined that I myself was a descendant of the great MacGregor. The story began in the 22nd century with his discovery of a mysterious sea creature on a beach in northern Scotland. No larger than the palm of MacGregor's hand, it looked like a horseshoe crab. The scientist took the creature to one of his laboratories and examined it more closely, and what he discovered was so unspeakably horrifying that fear and dread almost drove him insane. Then, when he and his staff tried to incinerate the creature, it refused to burn. When they tried to crush it, the hydraulic press shattered under the strain. I pestered my grandmother to tell me what was so horrifying about the creature, but she would only lower her voice and say, "It was made of flesh and gold, and of another metal that does not exist on Earth, and it could reproduce itself. Woe betide the man who finds such a creature. Woe betide him, because legend says it will be his ruin." Thoughts of such creatures still lurking in the seas, still reproducing themselves, gave me endless nightmares. In my daydreams, I pretended that I too would become a scientist and invent a weapon capable of destroying those creatures once and for all. My grandmother always said a single person could change the world with their mind, but whether that change was for better or worse was up to them. A single individual could sway the world as much as the masses, she said, if they were right. MacGregor soon turned his mind to constructing incredible submarines the world had only dreamt of before, and in so doing laid the foundation of submarine technology for centuries to come. Without his knowledge, humanity could never have evolved enough to occupy the oceans. I always feared the ocean's black waters, but I also longed to defy their wretched confines. Like MacGregor before me, I wanted to make discoveries and adventure with the likes of the brave mercenaries my grandmother spoke about. I was 9 years old when word of my mother's death reached us. She'd been managing Drake Enterprises, the family shipping company, which at that time included a respectable fleet of freighters. Then, pirates pillaged her ship off Cape Horn. Her body was never recovered. My father, Alonzo Drake, born Alonzo de Granada, was heartbroken. 3 years later, without so much as a goodbye, he left us to make his fortune in the oceans. I never understood why he abandoned his only son and his family business just like that. Grandmother always said he'd gone off with his brother, another adventurer. When I myself began to dream of adventures in Aqua's inky depths, I feared I had inherited my father's restless blood. My grandmother thought him irresponsible and said he'd probably found a grave on the sea floor by following the tracks of an angel. That was her poetic way of saying he'd lost his mind. After father disappeared, grandmother took over the company, but contracts were few and far between. Soon our financial backers withdrew and the fate of Drake Enterprises was sealed. When I grew up, I worked as a pilot on our last remaining freighter, the Harvester. My nightmares grew fainter over time, but my daydreams of life as an adventurer held fast. When we could no longer afford our family home in Neapolis, my grandmother and I ended up in the Pacific, amid the dangerous and chaotic seas of the northern tornado zone. There I supplied stations and scattered habitats with chemosynthetic protein and other nourishment. My grandmother died quietly in her sleep. And soon after, I, William Drake, decided to follow the tracks of the angels too, as my father had before me. I decided to become the hero of my own story, a man who wanted to change a part of the world and learn the last of Aqua's secrets, like the scientist had before me. Yet I didn't reject my grandmother's teachings. It's the hidden things that form our reality. You must never be too close to what's going on around you. You can comprehend a whole seamount only from a distance.
It is me, Dracula.
I knew I wanted to fight like the mercenaries in grandmother's tales. Perhaps I would confront my mother's killers in battle, or maybe just bring a little light to this miserable world without sky. And possibly find some hope for myself there as well. Then again, perhaps I was only a foolish little boy. My grandmother used to say that I was brave without cause and confident without reason. A fish without fins, she said, adrift in Aqua far too young, and headed for disaster.
Harvester. Freighter of the Drake Enterprise.
Hey! Hey, damn it! This is an SOS. I have a ship on my scanner. Will somebody answer me? This is the Bentho 7. Hello?
Bentho 7? Can you hear me? I have received your distress call. My name is William Drake.
This is Captain Hank Bellows. My goddamn bilge is filling up, and the stabilizers on my ship are out. I have negative buoyancy. I don't care whose butt I need to kiss. Send help, or me and my family aren't going to be around much longer.
Don't panic, Senor Bellows. I'll help you.
Call me Hank. Saves time. Where are you?
To your west, Hank. There are some massive ridges here, though I can't get over them.
I'll upload my nav data onto your onboard computer. It'll show the canyon we're in. I was trying to find a shortcut because the Pacific's swimming with pirates around here. Now we're stuck! Unless you can take us in tow, Drake.
My freighter won't fit through that canyon.
Don't you have a scout or something? Come on!
Right, I'll come get you in my boat, Hank. Just give me a minute to batten down in case any pirates show up.
Aw, shit, man, there's no time for that. My little daughter's already fainted. Grab your valuables if you're that nervous, compadre, but hurry up or we...
Hang on, Hank, I'm on my way. While I'm following your nav trail, hook your family into the breathing systems on their smart suits.
All right, get going!
Nani? Oh. Oh well, let's save our game. Let's do this quick and painful. Oh, there's okay button. Thank you for the host of the map. It's going to do it.
Hey, we're in really deep shit here!
Oh. Well. Aw. Let's see here. Mouse sensitivity is a bit crazy. Let's just drag it down there. This game looks wild. How's your day been? The host alert was super low. Oh. It was? Dang. Interesting. Maybe it's just the game being very loud. I have no idea. I fixed my desktop audio bit. Oh wait, could that be it? Yeah, that's it. Okay, sorry. That is totally it. Maybe it should be at full. Sorry. That? I think that might be the cause. Okay, let's see. Oh. Okay. The sensitivity needs to be a bit higher. Like there. But yeah, day has been really good. It has... Oh. Ah, there we have the map. But yeah, descent in... oh, also, sorry for that. Our head should be above, up and above. How's the game sound? Is it too loud? Or am I too quiet? Up and above. Oh. Whoa.
Hurry up, man! The hull is breaking up!
Please the music starts. It's pretty loud. Ah, okay, yeah, I see. The music is nice though. I wonder if I can increase my speed.
You fell for it, landlubber! Now I'm gonna get ya! I think I've had a little too much to drink. Maybe I better shut off.
What? Oh no. Oh, this game is a bit weird. Oh, the dampening or acceleration is kind of weird, yeah. We're going to check the controls a bit. Feel like I need to be able to move up and down a bit better than what I'm doing at the moment. Fuel engine, strength, automatic speed, auto leveling. No way.
See the freighter and the prizes. Seems to be empty.
Okay, I can't go upwards.
That's it. Go for this freighter.
I can't believe the bend. It's too good to be true. Shut your mouth. Dock onto the freighter.
Hi, Skipper. Working on it.
Oh shit! All the hangers don't move it. Kick stuff. Hurry up and get in here. We've got a new home.
Oh no. But yeah, this is the tutorial mission, one could say. I think this game is gonna be rad. Although, I looked up how many missions this game had, and it might be a bit painful. This game has 30 missions. So it's time to get working. At least 10 missions per day. But hopefully 15 missions, if not more. Huh? Wait, what? Okay, ask for further options. Okay, I see. What? Okay, it's accurate autopilot. The OK button is well hidden.
Harvester. Freighter of the Drake Enterprises.
What do you want, mate?
Some answers.
Wrong place, wrong time. Shove off.
Well, here comes a mighty captain himself, terror of the seas. So where are your classmates?
What? My what?
Sorry, you're so naive. I figured you must be out here on a field trip.
I was responding to an SOS.
Let me tell you something, landlubber. Anybody sends an SOS around here, and you can bet they're a pirate. Hell, Hank Bellows has been working that fake SOS sob story for years. We just used him to help us board your ship.
What? What do you want?
All of your gold.
I don't have any gold. My name is William Drake. You're Bellows' men?
Nah, Bellows is a damn creep. We were shipwrecked. Now you're rescuing us.
Like I had a choice.
Them's the breaks in the rescue business, man. Lend someone a hand and you're as likely to lose your arm.
Perfect. Wait, Angeline.
So, where were you headed in your freighter?
Well, my family's gone, so I was just out to see the world.
I see. Well, let me give you a little advice. That's gonna be tough to do with your eyes closed.
What do you want, baby cakes?
Just to talk.
Well, let's do that when I've had more sleep. We're all tired.
Oh, that damn light!
Oh, sorry.
Shove off!
Nani?
You've got a good heart, boy, but you're a bit soft in the head. That SOS could have cost you your life.
That pirate wasn't too tough.
Yeah, sure. Bellows is as harmless as a sea anemone as long as he's drunk, but watch out when he's sober.
What do you want?
Well, maybe an explanation. Why did you seize my freighter?
What? No alternative.
Look who's here. Ni hao, Captain.
You're from the Shogunate.
Yeah, but they're after me there. I didn't dance to their beat.
Are you going to kill me?
Hey, why should we? You've got a strong pair of hands. So as long as you make yourself useful, nothing's going to happen to you.
Where are you headed?
Nice
Following
lady.
the bowsprit, man. Which is following Amitab's nose.
And where will that take us?
To Atacama City, I hope. Where Lindy, Mary, and Juanita are waiting for me. 3 broads in every port, man. It's natural.
What's going to happen to me?
This is a tornado zone. So Amitab's gonna make nice with Iwan King's guys. That's how it is. You scratch my back, and I scratch yours. And listen, you better show the old man you got cojones. Balls, man. Amitab likes people to prove themselves.
What on earth do I have to prove?
That you got fire in your belly. Speaking of which, I heard some tourist punks are shooting up the sea off Lima too. They steal boats at home, then they come over here to shoot the place up. Good opportunity for you to impress the skipper, and for me to tag along.
Ship's mate on the bridge. If there's more to you than meets the eye, now's the time to prove it.
This is my ship. I don't have to prove anything.
You prove what I tell you to prove. Now, what you doing all alone on such a big freighter?
This is my family's last ship. It has an auto-loading system.
It also has no cargo on board. What are you doing out here, mate?
Well, just taking a look at the world.
So little Willie wants to see the world. Well, he's about to get an eyeful. Some inebriated punks are terrorizing Lima too. Go blow their ballast and send them to the bottom.
Oh, okay. Why not? Do I have any choice?
Sure. It's sharp and shiny like my knife. And don't even think about running off, Willie. I don't know why, but Nat says you stay with us. Now, off you go. Stoney's ready and waiting.
Aye, Skipper.
Listen, we're performing a public service, chasing those parasites out of the territory. You're doing me a service by blowing them away. Besides, the zone always seems to cough up something nice when you protect an ELF node. Salam.
All right.
The crew's worn out. If Stoney threatens you, just pay no mind and be on your way.
Easier said than done.
Listen, the only thing you need to fear from Stoney is his big mouth.
All right. Let's do this. Oh.
I've uploaded the data for the next nav point near Lima 2. Get there as fast as you can. Damn! 2 terror freaks! Stony, Mayday, you two hang back. I want to see if Shorty's got what it takes.
Confirmed.
Oh, and I really wanted to blow my tube strike, Skipper. next nav point now. Maybe you can find something there for our little cadet to play with. He's warming up.
All right.
Get going, mate. Turn that scout into scrap. You're turning into a real monster.
William, you fight like an old man Peeves. You can do better than that.
You guys shut up and head for the next nav point. These guys are killers, so show us what you got. Do them in. Hey, Skipper. Maybe that's one too many for our little fish. No, let him go it alone. He's gonna sink or swim.
I don't know. William's such a sweetie. I think we should help him.
Maybe he's right. He's not gonna make it. I'm gonna hold his hand.
You're not the only one with an itchy trigger finger. I need some action.
Wait, is this one not breaking up?
I just detected a bomber close to your position, and it's loaded with torpedoes. Whoever sent it to the bottom gets to keep a bunch of them. Well done, boy. We'll split up
Oh, that was
the
the bonus objective.
booty.
GG.
Good job! Those fish are filling it. Okay, knock it off. That's enough for now. Touch and go, Drake. I'll be right back.
And this is the game in a nutshell, one could say. Now we just gotta do this 28 times more.
Harvester. Freighter of the Drake Enterprises.
Hey, you just earned another day in your rotten life, Willie. And I hope you noticed that the Atlantic Federation ships are too fast for their own maneuverability.
Yeah, I did, Skipper. But what about Stoney?
Every once in a while he throws a fit and runs off on his own, and it's always a disaster. A few too many blows to the head, if you ask me.
So, what do I do now?
Fuzzyhead's our recycling officer. He picks over the battlefield and salvages anything we can use, and he's got a Midas touch. Go see Fuzzy and pick up your swag.
My what?
Your loot, mate.
Our fight was fun, Shorty.
Nobody could just stand by while idiots attacked a station.
Forget it. Stay close to me, all right? We're a good team.
What do you mean?
Think about it, Xiaolong. You and me.
You're fast, Drake. A real pistol.
Well, thanks.
Firing blanks. Still.
Well done, Drake. In your eyes, I see bravery, yet also
What?
wanderlust. Beware.
What about Stoney? He disappeared.
As usual, we can't keep him on a leash. And the longer he's gone, the worse Amitab's moralizing will be.
Amitab has morals? Now there's a surprise.
So be surprised. It's a good start.
What are you doing down here? What do you want?
That's my ship.
Excuse me for not fitting in with the decor.
Oh, well, I'll be off then.
What? Haunted dog. Okay. Real time 3, 200. But a Vendetta is way better. Could I equip it though? Oh, I can. Nice. Enemy lock, passive, agility medium, agility none. What? Okay.
Ah, Whackin' Willie. You put up a brave fight, boy. That's how it is these days. More and more attacks all the time.
Why were they attacking Lima too?
Just for kicks. Terror tourists from opulent Neapolis out for a little fun.
That's not what we did for fun when I lived in Neapolis.
Aqua's getting older, Drake. And uglier every year. Now listen. Amitab doesn't like it if we destroy all the freighters we encounter. If you paralyze them with an EMP weapon instead, then I can salvage all kinds of stuff, like ammunition, weapons, and credits. And believe me, we are gonna need it all.
Time to save the game. I mean, this game could run on autosave. It would be equally good. Are we done with that? Is it time to dug? No, not yet. Oh. What? Holy shit, this is bad. Second. Like this game. Do I have internet? Okay, so the internet died. I'll stop recording.